So what's the interest in the horror genre? Because I've had several of you guys on. It's always Josh's friends that are all into
all
horror.
of my friends are into horror for some reason.
Yeah. Well, my love for horror actually stemmed from my childhood. Obviously, I didn't like horror, but I watched so many B flick movies with my dad that were horror movies, and they still scared me, even though they were trash. And that's kind of what it was. Is just it's a lot of memories towards my dad. I guess. I mean, he's still alive, obviously, but it reminds me of my childhood a lot. So I used to be terrified of Michael Myers. Like I could even see the mask.
Mm-hmm.
Like it would scare me. And now I've been subjected to it so many times and pretty much forced myself to like it over the years. And now I have 3 masks staring at me when I'm sleeping. So and also that going to haunted houses with my dad too. Everything that involved horror for the most part involved me and my dad.
Yeah.
So my mom was involved a little bit too, but more than ever is my dad and us going out and dressing up, going to haunted houses, and him telling me stories of him going to a haunted house. It's actually a funny story. He worked a haunted house one time, and his job was to go underneath a wall and grab people's legs when they came by. This is before people could touch you or whatnot, before people started suing or whatnot. So he did that one time, and he got this kid really good, and the kid got really scared and ran off, and then a couple minutes passed by, so he thinks the coast is clear, so he's going to poke his head back out, make sure no one's there. And the kid's waiting there and just kicks some crap at him in the face. He didn't feel too good after that, but I always thought that was funny.
We hosted haunted houses back at the old location martial arts school. We used to do it every year, and we'd open it to the community. And what we would do is hang up this big black plastic, and then create basically like a maze through there. And we had each room, and we did that. We had people hiding, and they would grab them and whatnot. We had to quit doing it though because one year this larger lady got super scared and ran through the whole thing. She ran through the walls and knocked kids over, and there were kids covered in the plastic, and it was pretty bad. But yeah, so anyway.
Yeah, I actually went to a haunted house dressed up as a Joker a couple of times, and they got scared of me sometimes, and I was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." There's one time actually I went to what's it called? Shelby Farms, where they had the haunted trail. Yeah. And I went in there dressed up as a Joker, and I was like walking through their little maze, and it was bad because first of all, there's a bunch of 17-year-old kids that worked there running around, and one of them smacking me in the face. So they have no sense of organization whatsoever. They don't know how to run it, and they hit me, and I just, I'm not like bleeding or anything, but I'm kind of upset. I love horror, and I love going to haunted houses, not to get scared, but I go there. I get hit in the face. I don't want that. So I go talk to somebody. I say, hey, someone hit me in the face. You got a bunch of kids running around not knowing what they're doing. He said, well, you're dressed like that. They thought you were part of the act. It's like, oh, so y'all beat the crap out of each other too? Okay, that's cool.
Josh, you were talking about wanting to go to that one in Texas, didn't you, where you have to sign a waiver?
Well, no, I think it's in Illinois.
Oh,
yeah,
Illinois?
it's up in Illinois. Yeah. You're probably thinking of Texas Frightmare Weekend, which is the convention I'm going to in May.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
What is the one in Illinois? Don't you have to sign a waiver or something to do it?
I think it's in Illinois. Hold on, I'll look it up real quick.
Now, is it actually haunted, or is it like people working there?
I don't know.
Because I know a couple like mental institutions. I can't speak right now. That you can spend the night in, and they pay you or something.
I think it's the Midnight Terror Haunted House.
Now, I think it's an actual not like a real haunted house, but they do stuff like in each room. It's like an advancement. I think through the one that I saw, it was several rooms, and it gets worse and worse and worse if you make it through there, and they try to get you to quit.
Oh yeah.
Borderline like torture stuff.
Well, I know about the McCamey Manor or McCamey, whatever you call it, but that thing is terrible. It's like made national headlines multiple times because it is legal. I don't know if I would say legal, but it's pretty much torture.
Yeah.
And they say, okay, well, if you make it through, I think it's like 6 hours long or something like that. If you make it through all the whole time and whatnot, you get money or something back or money back. I don't know, but you have to put you get on a wait list for like 2 years almost just to get in. Well, people do it willingly. I don't know why.
I heard of one, I don't know which one, maybe the one you're talking about, maybe a different one, but there's one where it was like if you make it all the way through because it's so horrible, you get like $25,000. And then they had a guy who was like a ex-Navy SEAL or something who actually did, and then right before you made it through, they pulled it and said, "Oh no," they like stopped it
It
before
was
he
two
made it all the way
Navy
through.
SEAls, and it wasn't nothing scary. They were putting them in ice baths pretty much, and they were about to go through hypothermia and almost die. So it's nothing scary. It's not a haunted house.
Yeah, it's just
It's
torture.
just torture, and
Yeah.
it's stupid.